Hey guys, welcome to Wiki Tech, and I'm Vikram Menon here. And in this video, I'll be covering everything you need to know about the upcoming flagship by LG. That's the G4. And as you guys know, the G4 has been making a lot of buzz in the smartphone industry, and there are there had been a lot of leaks about the images and the design of the device along with the specs and features from a lot of sources. And on top of that, we know that it's going to be a global launch by LG on the 28th of April for this device. And in this video, I'll be uh, giving you all the info related to the device, like specs, design, features, and price, release date. It's sort of a roundup. And LG has been consistently improving its flagship smartphones over the past few years, as you guys know, with its popular G2, followed by the G3, the G Flex 2 that just came out a few months back. And so that's what we are expecting with the G4, and people are having a lot of expectation from the G4 too. G4. And LG's biggest rivals, that are the HTC and Samsung, revealed their new flagships for the 2015 at MWC, that's Mobile World Congress, held at Barcelona. And the One M9, the HTC One M9 looks like a repeat of the One M8 though. And while the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge look a lot more practical and radical too. And many might look up to LG to offer a third path, and the company is already making the right noises to build up anticipation for the G4. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So getting into the design aspect of the LG G4, so here's what some of the leaks say. As you guys know, the G4's design has been fully revealed, and we are looking at somewhere around a 5.5 inch or a 5.3 inch device that combines with the design language of the LG G3 and the LG G Flex 2. That means I guess there might be two models, one with a flat display, the normal one like the G3, and the other one with a curved display that we guys got to see on the G Flex 2. So that's what rumors claim. And the overall look of the front of the device is very similar to what we have seen with the earlier LG flagships. And the big change to the G4's design is with the back panel. The device will be clad up in leather, and which might have a lot of color tones, color options to choose from. And at the very minimum, we are looking at colors somewhere like cotton blue, brown, black, and somewhat of off-white, all those colors. And aside from that, we still have the back-facing power button and the volume rockers, followed by the rear-facing camera, LED flash, and laser autofocus, of course. The speaker is also back-facing, which I feel was not a right move by LG. They could have swapped it over with a front-facing speaker, which would have a lot of, which would had provided a good sound quality output. And if you talk about the companies like Samsung, they have really moved forward with metal edges and matte or glass backs with the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge. The LG G3 with the metallic look that we got to see looked a bit more premium than the leather-clad LG G4. However, it looks like consumers will have the choice. For those who don't like the colored leather backs, can get the for plasticky metallic back to choose from. So getting into the LG G4's specs and feature list. So the LG G4 will be able to take on major flagships like Samsung Galaxy S6, S6 Edge, and the One M9, of course. So the G4 will boast a 5.5 or a 5.3 inch QHD IPS panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440 quantum display. The processor looks like it's gonna be the Snapdragon 808. Yeah, you got it right. That should help LG to avoid some of the reported overheating issues seen on the Snapdragon 810 chipset. And the G4's camera is one place where there's gonna be a lot of improvements taking place, and the device will still have a 16MP rear facing camera, but will include a f1.8 aperture lens with a color spectrum sensor that LG claims will capture more natural images. So let's see when the device launches. I'm eagerly waiting to get hands on one of these and test it out. And aside from that, the camera looks to be nicely revamped and feature rich. So there are going to be settings for shutter speed and brightness lens, ISO, RAW and JPEG formats, exposure, different shooting modes, manual, normal, all those kinds of stuff. And getting into the talking about the battery, the G4 will boast a 3000 mAh battery. Yeah, that is really good. Sounds good. One of the few OEMs left in the market to offer that. Actually, Samsung has scrapped it off with their S6 and S6 Edge. So LG will be having a 3000 mAh removable battery, and the another feature that the LG G4 will boast that most of the rival OEMs now lack is a removable micro SD card slot. So that's good news for all those guys out there who need a very powerful flagship along with a removable battery and a micro SD card slot, so you can really get hands on one of these devices if you need as said before, a removable battery and a micro SD card slot. So this should make the flagship a good option for consumers who are complaining about the lacks of expandable storage and the S6 and the S6 Edge. And one thing that's near certain is that the G4 will have a 64-bit chip. With the LG G Flex 2 launched, we feel pretty certain that the LG's next handset will stick to the same sort of specs. And however, it seems that rather than adopting the octa-core Snapdragon 810, LG will use the hexa-core Qualcomm 808 chipset instead. And for other specs, the G Flex 2 had 2 gigs of RAM, which would be probably sufficient for the G4, but to be in the market at the top, I guess G4 will also pack in 3 gigs of RAM to compete on the spec sheet with the likes of the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge and HTC One M9 that are packed in with 3 gigs of RAM. So getting into the camera department, the laser autofocus and optical image stabilization of the G3 should make it to the G4. Let's hope that it does. But we'd also like to see a higher resolution and 4K at 4K video recording at 60 frames per second. Rumors suggest that a 16MP sensor will be used on the G4, meaning a slight bump over the G3, which had a 13MP camera snapper, and this has now been confirmed by LG, who is responsible for the component development, and LG has said that the G4 will arrive with a 16MP camera with an aperture of f1.8, as I mentioned before, which makes it the company's widest aperture camera developed for a smartphone. Yeah, that's really cool. And LG says that the new camera module will receive about 80% more light than the G3 for better low light photography and lens blur for fast moving objects. It will also utilize 6 lenses. Yeah, 6 lenses. It's really, it's LG is really doing getting it right, I guess. And it's gonna accompany with 6 lenses. It is rumored to further improve its light sensing properties and super slim. Yeah, you got it right. Super slim 0.11 mm glass blue filter that has been developed to stop infrared emissions. This is thinner than filters used on many competitive smartphone cameras, so allows more light to the sensor while still blocking infrared. An 8MP front-facing shooter with an ultra-thin IR filter for more natural photos with more color accuracy has also been confirmed by LG. And we also know that the rear camera will look like the official teaser video that was out a couple of weeks back. The teaser video also plays on the theme of better night shooting, so it's safe to say we can expect an improvement in terms of camera from the G4 over its predecessor, the G3. Additionally, LG has also confirmed that there will be 3 camera modes on the G4. That is the manual mode, the simple mode, and one more, I guess. I'm not remembering it right now, but yeah, I'll have links for all those stuff in the description below. So getting into the software part, the Korean teaser video that was out quite a few weeks before for the 4th generation of LG's UI has appeared online, revealing some of the features you can expect to find on the G4 when it is announced. And looking at the interface, it really looks clean and clear. I hope they don't include a lot of bloatware into the UI, making it laggy like the LG G3 did. So the LG UX 4.0 will be layered over the top of Android 5.0 Lollipop, and it will introduce several proprietary features, including quick shot that allows you to take pictures with a double of the volume button on the rear without having to turn on the display first. So And the other thing is the calendar has been improved, uh, while the camera will offer 3 user modes as said before, and there will be also an improved smart notice feature on the new interface that promises more personalized notification for weather, travel and other factors. And additionally, LG has said that the UX 4.0 will offer greater customization in terms of the gallery, where your users will be able to create event specific albums. Sounds really good, based on the location and time of each image where it was taken. So looking at all these, I guess it's gonna be a really awesome device. So coming on to the LG G4's final word, the price of the G4 isn't known yet, and we expect that we will get a better idea of that during the April 28th launch event. And we don't expect the G4 price to be much higher than that of the G3. And as we saw, there aren't any huge spec bumps or anything that we actually were looking at. And mainly it seems that the LG G4 is very much the LG building on top of the LG G3 and the G Flex 2. So I hope they price it at the right mark, and it actually gets a lot of buyers. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching. Do like, share and comment down below. And it's Vikram Menon signing off. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.